Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Steven Inks. My name is Steven and today we're going to be talking about some pens that I'll be giving away. That's right, these 3 pens, which I have reviewed on my channel in the past, have reached a point in my journey as a fountain pen lover where they don't really fit in my collection anymore, and so therefore, instead of just getting rid of them or selling them off, I am going to pass them along to you, my subscribers, and I'm going to draw with them as well. We're going to see how they work, and we're going to see a little bit about what I like about these pens. Even though I am getting rid of them, these are pens that I enjoy very much. So watch to see a little more up close and personal, and listen to the end of the video to find out how you can get one of these pens from me. All right, let's get it started. Okay, so there are 3 pens I'm going to try and sell you on today. And some of them may surprise you because I actually really do like some of these pens, but there are various reasons why they don't really fit into my collection anymore. So we'll start with the oldest one. This is my Kaweco Sport. I really do like this pen. It has a nice fine line. It's the classic green with gold trim. It's a pocket pen. It twists off and nests nicely. It posts with the cap to make it long. It's a fine. And by the way, all of my pens have been filled with Noodlers Nightshade, a lovely maroonish red. It's almost like the color of dried blood. I don't know, that's kind of weird that I said that, but that is what the color reminds me of. Anyway, this is the pen, and special bonus, this isn't normally included with the pen, but since I have it and I don't see any reason why I shouldn't give it to you, the person who receives this pen will also get this Kaweco mini converter that fits nicely in this pocket pen. So that's that pen right there. And I'll talk a little bit more about it while I am drawing with it. Second pen up is my Pilot Metropolitan. This is the Retro Pop collection, and this is a houndstooth pattern, gray pen, fine nib, a very nice pen. I think that people felt my review of the Pilot Metropolitan was very negative. I'll be honest, the things I don't like about this pen are pretty evident when you hold it, because this is where I tend to hold my pens, especially if I'm making long lines. I just killed a bug. And so there's a little bit of discomfort there. What I do like about this pen is it has a very reliable line. It's very comfortable in the hand. Posted or unposted, it just kind of works in a lot of situations. And if you don't have any pens that have that classic cigar shape, well, this is a good one to start with. So I like this pen. There are other pens that I like more. And this one, actually, my Jinhao 85, I actually really like this pen, and when I realized that this was the one I was going to be getting rid of, I talked myself in and out of it, and I really try to talk myself down, but when it comes down to it, I have this pen, and I also have the Jinhao 51A, and they're very similar. There's no reason for me to own 2 of these. And when it comes down to it, this 51A is a slightly drier writer than the 85, and I really like dry writers, especially because I tend to use cheaper paper, so I can get thinner lines that way. It's a very minor difference. They're both fantastic pens, and I'll be sad to see this one go. It is a beautiful pen, blue lacquer finish. It looks way more expensive than it is. This is a hooded nib, so those are, I guess, kind of a little bit of an acquired taste. A lot of people don't like them. I've gotten used to them, but to be honest, I do like traditional nibs a little bit better, but it's nice to have at least one in your collection. So this one could be in your collection. All right, those are my pens, and you're gonna see me drawing with them in just a little bit. Well, I was trying to think about what I wanted to draw today. I decided to do postcards, and I thought it'd be cool if whoever wins the pen would get the postcard that I drew with it, and was trying to think of a theme to go with along with that postcard, and I thought it'd be kind of funny to have animals getting dressed up to go out, because some of us are going out again, out into the world, and some of us are not ready to go out into the world. It's a little bit scary out there still. So this is just kind of me representing that in a kind of a silly way, because that's the only way I know how to deal with things that make me nervous, is to make fun of them. So here's animals going out. This is my little series that I came up with. The Jinhao 85 performed kind of how I expected it to. It's not a problematic pen at all. It's very nice to use, and one of the things that I do like about it is that it's very consistent. It feels nice, has a good weight. It's also very wet. This is the wettest of the 3 pens that are part of this giveaway, and you can really tell that wetness when you compare this drawing to the ones that I'm going to do later. So yeah, it's a very nice pen. Again, like I said a few minutes ago, if I had just the one pen and not this pen and also the 51A, I probably wouldn't be giving it away, but I find that the 51A, at least the one that I have, the nib writes a little bit drier, and I like that on the 51A. And so this kind of wet flow is a little bit too wet for me, but I think it would be just right for somebody who likes a juicier line. And as you can see, you can still get some really nice lines out of this pen. So I hope anyone who's interested in that will get a chance to look at it. Yeah. And I'm gonna jump in and out and talk about these things as I'm continuing to create. I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of what people might be feeling fearful or anxious about when it comes to their art. And I've been kind of dealing with little bouts of anxiety myself, that kind of fear of not being known, nobody caring what I'm doing, or just kind of having this sort of medium success with my artwork. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way, where you're learning a skill and it takes a really long time, and you look at yourself and you think, I'm not really getting any better. And even though I'm not getting any better, even if I am getting better, who's gonna see this? Who is it for? And I guess the altruistic response is, oh, this is for me. You know, I do this for myself and no one else. But if we're being honest, if every artist is being honest, I don't want to speak for every artist, I guess, but many artists, if we're being honest, we want people to see what we make. We want people to enjoy what we make. And there's also kind of that desire for financial success and desire for notoriety, or just kind of respect from other people just by virtue of what you do. That's kind of a human thing. And I'm not afraid to admit that I feel that way sometimes, like I want that to be the case. So I drew this little fish. It's pretty good, right? It belongs in a museum. Anyway, I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. And I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but my wife and I watched a documentary about Bob Ross. It's on Netflix. And I can't remember the name of it, but if you look up Bob Ross on Netflix, I'm sure you'll find it. And it's interesting, it painted a picture for me, and it helped me realize how nice it feels sometimes to be unknown. The price that came with fame, and a lot of us know who Bob Ross is. He's a fantastic artist. I love watching his show, and you can actually kind of hear him as he's talking through some of his issues while he's painting, and his sort of building his world the way that he wants it, because there was a lot of tragedy in that. And I don't know, I guess in some ways I'm feeling kind of grateful that I have what I have, which is a very small audience who likes my funny, weird little drawings. And I almost wonder if I really want to do more with my stuff, or become more known, or attempt to do something bigger, because there's a simple joy in creating and having a small group of people just say, hey, that was pretty cool. Rather than what happened to someone like Bob Ross, who was just a guy who liked to paint and ended up in kind of all these weird situations with these people who were powerful, that were kind of taking advantage of him, and this company that now owns his name so that his very own son can't even use his own name. That's crazy. So create something nice, and if people see it and think that you're awesome, then great. But if nobody sees it and just you think it's awesome, I don't know, that might even be better. I'm not ready to go out with my art quite yet. I think I'm enjoying just being a guy who draws some stuff at home and has a good time, gets to make mistakes while he's drawing, and have people appreciate the fact that I just honestly make mistakes sometimes. That's cool. I appreciate you guys. I don't say it enough. I mean, I say it every week, but that's not enough. Here's this little hippo that I designed with a fluffy dress, and I gave the dress pockets because I heard that ladies like a dress with pockets. See, I know what the ladies like. They like a dress with pockets. I don't know. And don't listen to me. But this is drawn with my Pilot Metropolitan. Once again, every time I talk about the Metropolitan, I feel like I have to say that I do like this pen, although I mostly criticized it in the video that I made of it back in January. I think that's just my reaction to the fact that people find it such a pen that is above critique, every time someone talks about the Metropolitan, they're just raving. And for its price and what you get out of it, I understand that raving. It is a very nice pen. The shape of it doesn't quite fit me and the way that I like to hold my pen. You can see me holding it right on that step up, like I said I was gonna do. Predicted my actions right there. But yeah, there are a lot of great things about it. Nice consistent line. It's very smooth. It's very wet, but it's very smooth because it's very wet. So you have to take it with that, the good and the bad with that. Yeah, it's a good pen. And I hope it goes to a good home. For my purposes, I have my Pilot Kakuna, which is a slightly finer line, same amount of wetness, and that does it for me as far as these kind of steel nib Pilot pens. You might have a different preference, and that's what's great about this community is there's no such thing as a wrong preference when it comes to your pens. So I really have high hopes that this Metropolitan will go to a good home. It has served me well for many years. Trying to think of if I have anything else to say about being famous. I mean, I'm not famous. About whether I wonder if I would enjoy being better known for my art. And I don't know. We all kind of do, right? I think, yeah, like everyone who creates has a desire to be seen and known. And yeah, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. Because I remember maybe about a year or two back, I was getting a couple more commissions, you know, things that people were paying me to make. And I really wanted so badly to finish all of my commissions and get paid and just stop drawing for a while, because I was making all this stuff for other people and it really sapped my energy, which is interesting because you know, for some of us, we draw, we create, and we have that end goal in mind of being somebody who makes stuff and gets paid for stuff. But if you want to get paid for stuff, you got to kind of make the stuff that other people want you to make, and sometimes it's not what you want to make. So there we go. This is me making what I want to make, and I make $0 off of it. That's one of the things I discovered later in life about wanting to be an artist, is that you actually can be an artist. You may not make your money as an artist, but that's the cool thing, is that you could just choose something else to do. And I have my career as a teacher, which I love very much, even though it's been hard to be a teacher lately. I get to be an artist when I come home, sometimes on the weekends, sometimes in the evening. But it's a good life. There's nothing wrong with being the kind of artist who just makes without making anything off of it or out of it. Yeah. Here's my Kaweco Sport, a pen which, once again, I like, but I did notice that I really hadn't inked it up in a very long time. And when I started thinking about what pens could I get rid of, what kind of stuff will I not need anymore, that one came to mind, and I wanted to instantly say no, because I love this pen, but I have so many other pens that kind of fill that need of a super thin lined, small fountain pen. I'm not really that into the compact pen thing. I do have, I want to say 3 or 4 pocket pens, but I have kind of largish hands, so it's not like I'm really seeking out pocket pens in general. I just kind of wanted a sport, and I enjoyed it while I had it, and I think it's really an opportunity to send it along to you guys to turn this little channel with people watching it into a little community where we share with each other, and I appreciate that idea very much. I think another thing that I've been thinking about lately, and I might run out of time to talk about this, but kind of how there's this idea in the art community, people can get really territorial, where they kind of don't want to share space, or they want to accuse one artist or another of copying or using too much reference or not using enough reference, or all these kind of drama things. And it really hurts the idea that makes art so wonderful, the connection with another person. And I've been thinking about that connection a lot lately, because as I've created things and just sketching in my room, doing little doodles that make me happy, I realized that part of that happiness is sharing it with other people. And so I get an extreme amount of happiness from just sharing with you guys. And I think it's maybe it's beginner artists, or maybe just artists that, you know, art is their income and they're worried about it going away. They get to this point where they kind of try to squeeze people out of that space. And I just want to do the exact opposite. If you're creating and you feel intimidated by other artists, I just want you to know that there's a place for you in this community. There should be. And by sharing this space, we make it possible for more art to exist in the world. And what could be a better thing than that? Those are my thoughts for today. Thanks for listening, and I appreciate you guys. Take care. Well, hopefully you had a good time watching me create these postcards for you, and having a second look at some of these pens that will be missed in my collection, but it is time for them to move on into another world where they can receive some love from one of you. So if you'd like to be eligible for one of these pens and the postcard that I drew along with it, I'll send them both along to you if you comment below and mention which pen you would like to receive. And within the first 48 hours of posting this video, I'm going to draw some names, and the first to contact me will receive the pen that they requested. So good luck. I hope that you enjoy if you receive one of these pens and drawing from me. And just another reminder that in addition to subscribers being eligible to win pens and other things from me from time to time, this is not the last video I'll do like this, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to my channel and join this little family. I very much appreciate all that I've learned from you and all that building this channel over the past year has meant to me. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my subscribers and the people who leave me nice comments. I hope to hear from you soon.